It is in first module. Okay. Okay, now just a minute. It meeting is being just okay. The topic is first module of the UHB class. They are out of 5 modules. This is the first module. And first class topic is continuous happiness and prosperity. A look at basic human aspiration, right understanding, relationship, and physical facilities. The basic requirements for fulfillment of aspirations of the every human being with their correct priority. Okay, as per the correct priority, what is very important. So I'll discuss the next slide. Okay. Origin of the word. What is happiness? I will first explain the word happiness. The happiness. These are 2 parts. It comes from the have. It is from the Old Norse term. Old Norse means actually North Germany people. They followed the mythology, old mythology. The Norse mythology is called. The followers of this mythology is called Norse mythology. So as per this Norse mythology, there is North Germany people follow this. This they have explained, but they have defined the term happy. Happy is the mythological word. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. So that comes from the term luck. Okay, luck. Have means luck or chance. It is related to the Old English. Okay. And what actually after that, another meaning is equal. So in the early sense of happiness, I'm telling you, in 16th century, that is 1500, at the time of that, happiness was the meaning is the good luck. But at the end of the century, in 1590s, that term has been redefined as pleasant and contented mental state, which is happiness. So this is the definition of happiness as per the old mythology and as per the time it's going on. Okay. And another term it is used in our topic, that is prosperity. What is prosperity? Prosperity means flourishing or thriving condition, good fortune, wealth, success in anything good or desirable. Okay. Flourishing your career, flourishing your health, flourishing your attainment, flourishing your achievement, everything which you desire, that is good fortune, that is wealth, that belongs to prosperity. Okay. Next slide. I'm telling you another thing, the Conquest of Happiness by Bertrand Russell. You read. I have that book, Bertrand Russell. He has written a book. He was a great mathematician. After when he was giving a lecture on mathematics, he wrote an essay. After that, he was attracted by his writing ability. Then, after a few years, he was transformed to an essayist or a literature writings rather than mathematician. One of the best book is The Conquest of Happiness. So in this book, several chapters are there. Okay, these chapters are, one chapter is love, another chapter is sorrow, and so in this book, anyway, I'll show later on. So another chapter is happiness, another chapter is pleasure, another chapter is envy, another chapter is kindness, and sorrow, unhappiness. These are the chapters. I think 10 or 12 chapters are there. It is called all are the psychological entity. With some examples, if you feel sometimes of frustration, if you sometimes some boredom, then you read this book, any chapter. Suppose which makes you much happy. And it is scientifically written. Not that it is somewhat advisable writings, not that. But reality-oriented writings, okay? So 1930, he published this book, that is Conquest of Happiness. When I just put of graduation after that, one professor, English professor, gave me this book. He told, and the English is very simple English, it is written, okay? So in this book, he has explained what is interest, okay? And what makes you, what gives you the pleasure. So pleasure, somewhat, sometimes the pleasure may not make you happy, because passive pleasure, it is dangerous of the passive pleasure, okay? Suppose you want to get some pleasure, okay? But you have to identify which one is correct pleasure. And we have to survive some passive pleasure. We have to do something that we want. Actually, we should not want, but we want something. We enjoy this. Okay. So that is passive pleasure. So you have to identify the correct pleasure, which you'll have to achieve this, and you'll have to go forward to acquire this. Okay. That is the contents of the books, The Conquest of Happiness by Bertrand Russell. I am quoting this book because so many times there is happiness has been defined. And on each chapter is happiness and unhappiness also, bionic unhappiness. Actually, you will see some persons are there, human being is there. He has some sufficient wealth, sufficient prosperity, and what he doesn't know what he wants. Always he suffers in unhappiness. That is ironic unhappiness is called. Okay. So you have to find out which one you have the pleasure in. So I'm telling you, suppose even that you cannot say, if you're reading your books, story reading, it will give always you a pleasure, not that. Whenever I told that you read this book, then you will relaxedly you are reading, you are getting pleasure. But when I told, I will tell you that you read this book, I will ask some questions from this book, then it will be a load to you. It will not give you the pleasure. So you have to find out which one. I am telling you, very intellectual person, I asked him, sir, how you enjoy your leisure time? Okay. Suppose in our leisure time, I see TV, I see some play or drama or etc. Or listen some music. I asked that mathematician professor, he told no. At that time, if I worked out some sums, mathematical problems, then I get pleasure. That is a pleasure to him. That gives a pleasure in the leisure time. So that is how you have to identify the pleasure which will give you the accurate, correct happiness. Next slide. Okay. According to Russell, what makes people unhappy? Why you are unhappy? Only lack of wealth, lack of prosperity, lack of food, lack of dress, lack of surroundings makes you unhappy. Not that. There's a difference. That's what Bertrand Russell he told animals are happy so long as they have health and enough to eat. They have not the greatest of mind. That is whenever they are happy, you see, whenever they happy, when they're taking food and they have the good health, they are happy now. But human beings ought to be, but in the modern world, they are not, at least a great majority of cases. If they are unhappy yourself. Actually, in present times, the peoples becomes unhappy. The reason is himself or yourself, I should say. He is the reason for unhappiness. Okay. So you will probably be prepared to admit, and you are not exceptional in this. If you are happy, ask yourself how many of your friends are so. And when you have reviewed your friends, teach yourself the art of reading faces. Make yourself receptive to the moods of those whom you meet in the course of an ordinary day. Suppose when you make happy, when you are happy, when you share yourself to others, when you are discussing or interacting or doing is group work, okay, then he's happy, okay. So how will you define that you are happy? You ask your friends, say, what do you feel about me? They will speak that you are very moody, very jolly, and they will tell that you are happy. Okay. So this is one thing I should say. If you want to get avoid your unhappiness, then you try to be engaged with some work, engaged with some other friends, other surroundings, okay. So this is the reason, or this is the reason for the unhappiness. And next paragraph, it has been written, the causes of these various kinds of unhappiness. দেখা যাচ্ছে না, না দেখা যাচ্ছে না গো। হ্যাঁ, okay. The causes of these various kinds of unhappiness in partly and the social system, partly in individual psychology. So unhappiness partly due to yourself, and partly due to your social system. So where you are in the social
Hello sir, am I audible?
Audible.
হ্যাঁ স্যার, আপনি একটু কাইন্ডলি ফুল স্ক্রিন ইফ ইউ ক্যান ডু, ফুল স্ক্রিন যদি আপনি করে নেন,
ভেরি গুড,
পিপিটিটাকে, প্রেজেন্টেশনটাকে ফুল স্ক্রিন।
আচ্ছা,
প্রেজেন্টেশনে যান,
প্রেজেন্টেশনটাকে ফুল স্ক্রিন,
ডান দিকে স্যার, গুগল আইকনের পাশে।
হ্যাঁ,
ফুল
হ্যাঁ,
স্ক্রিন
এবারে হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ, ফুল স্ক্রিন করে নিন স্যার।
হ্যাঁ, ফুল স্ক্রিন, এবারে ফুল স্ক্রিন হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, ফুল স্ক্রিন নেই।
হ্যালো, কেন গো, তো শোনা যাচ্ছে না? ওরা এই তো শুনতে পাচ্ছে তো? আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, দাঁড়া, এবার শোনা দেখা যাচ্ছে। আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, আচ্ছা নেক্সট স্লাইড করে দাও। আবার কথা শোনা যাচ্ছে না কেন? আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, এবার দেখা যাচ্ছে না। আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, আবার এই তো এখন দেখা যাচ্ছে সাকসর।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, ঠিক আছে।
আচ্ছা, ওটা ওর জন্য হচ্ছে, ওই যে দেখাতে গিয়ে প্রবলেম হচ্ছে। ইজ হ্যাপিনেস স্টিল পসিবল? এটা ভেরি গুড কোশ্চেন, ইট ওয়াজ রেজড বাই বার্টন রাসেল হিমসেলফ। Fundamental happiness depends on more than anything upon what may be called in friendly interest in persons and things. Okay, so fundamental if happiness, it depends upon the individual person that I told just now, and these things that are surrounding you. And what is the secret of the happiness? Is this: let your interest be wide as possible, and let your reactions to the things and persons interest you be as far as possible friendly rather than hostile. So whenever your happiness, one thing actually, happiness, when you are in pleasure, you feel pleasure, you share it to your friends or your parents or your associates. One is a very important sentence, if you share your pleasure to others, then pleasure increases. If you share your sorrow to others, then sorrowness decreases, unhappiness decreases. Suppose you are in a very crucial condition in your family, there is a happening has done, that is why you are worried, you are in a dangerous condition, then you speak others, then you will say you will get some, you release some pain, okay, this sorrowness will decrease. At the same time, you share your happiness to others, then your happiness will be, suppose you are earning something, you get some job, what you wanted you have got, then it's a pleasure to you. You speak others, you share to others, then you will get more pleasure. That is why this will increase your happiness. Okay, so next Titha, Rita তো শুনতে পাচ্ছেন। Hello, Rita. Next. No. Okay. Next. ও শুনতে পাচ্ছি না কেন বুঝেছি। এটা হয়ে গেছে। আচ্ছা ঠিক আচ্ছা বলো এটা বাদ দিয়ে দাও, তারপর একটা করো। আচ্ছা, a happy life must be to a great extent quiet life, for it is only an atmosphere. Okay, great extent of a quiet life, for it only happy life must be as a great extent of quiet life. করে যাচ্ছে। আচ্ছা, atmosphere of quiet that true joy can live. Okay, so if you quiet life, if we enjoy your great extent, Buttonbus has told, so as far as you can enjoy joy in your life, that is a quite happiness, and you will get pleasure of that. Okay, next দেখো। হ্যাঁ, Rumi, another actually educated, he has told, one of the marvels of the world, the sight of a soul sitting in the person with the key in its hand. Okay, so in your soul, what you want to get, it is in your hand. You are the maker of yourself. You are the maker of your happiness. That is the essence of this. Next is that one. আচ্ছা, one story I'll tell you only. তুমি এটা রাখো একটু। হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা, এটা বেশ খানিক কথা I'm telling you. Okay, so one thing, this is a story. I'm telling the mythological story, Greek mythology. What is the story of that? There is a meeting of some gods, you know. So the topic is where the happiness, success and happiness, where it exists, success, happiness and fulfillment, where those exist. Now, when they exist, now where will take it, where we'll put it. Okay, then it is a very valuable thing. Success, happiness, fulfillment. Where will we put it? The gods are in a meeting, they are discussing these things. Some gods are telling that it should be kept in the highest mountain. Okay, other gods are telling no, people will go there easily, they will go there and get it. Okay, then where will other men will get it? So other gods are telling no, it should be kept in the depth sea, under the depths of the sea. Then the secret of happiness will not be achieved by the man easily. Okay, then after that, these are the actually discussion was going on, but last one is telling that no, it is not the deepest ocean, but it is not the sufficient. It is not the at the right place to keep this valuable secret of the happiness. Then where? Then this God told, you know, to keep this secret of happiness inside the mind of every human being. So every human being inside this soul, inside his or her mind, the secret of happiness exists. What does it mean? Meaning is that if the human being wants to search it in his mind, if he exercises his mind, if he go over this another level, then from his mind he will get this secret of happiness. So happiness in his hand, we can get the happiness from myself. Other one will not supply so many such happiness. So you have the secret of happiness inside your mind. You'll have to explore it. You'll have to actually Vivekananda told that education is nothing but the already within. If you explore that already within. In your mind, in yourself, it exists, but you have to explore it. Okay. Next slide. Hello. Okay. So the secret of the prosperity and mindset is it's all your mind. And next slide. Everybody wants success, happiness, and fulfillment. People spend their lifetime seeking these attributes, but very few actually achieve this. The problem is we tie up our success, happiness with external circumstances, which are not in our hands. But what is always in our control is your thinking. The biggest key to success, happiness, and fulfillment is the way we think. There are several ways to think, which if we practice, we'll find ourselves rising on the ladder of the success. Suppose we want to get our happiness from the outside world. I want that. I want so many money. I want some material thing, money, ornaments, dress, house, etc. But you have the limit. You may not get it because this external circumstance is not your control. You may get or you may not get, but you have the control over your mind. So if you control your mind, if you exercise your mind, you're always thinking, good thinking. Always you think, will not listen, will not want any bad thing. If you think yourself in a proper way, then the thinking process will be developed. Suppose I'm telling you, if you meet with so many good people, your thinking will be such. If you read always the good books, then your mind will on that will never, your mind will not go to read the ugly books. Okay, that is why I'm telling a mathematician, they get pleasure reading in leisure period, doing some mathematical problems. He gets pleasure. Similarly, if you exercise your mind to be involved in the good things, good people, good environment, good books, and the ethical environment, then mind will be such, and your mind will be set up in this mindset, and you will not think that other things which is not desirable, which is not your control. So that is the happiness comes from that. Next slide. Okay. Bhagavad Gita. Actually, chapter 6 and verse number 5. What it is written? Udharado atmana atmanam. No atmanam avasadayet. Atma bhavo. Hattano. Bondhuro atmabhavo ripuro atmanaho. What it means? This translate into this. Elevate yourself through the power of your mind. That I told you. There is in Gita, there is in knowledge of our epics. Same thing. Elevate yourself through the power of your mind and not degrade yourself, because the mind can be the friend and the enemy of the self. So if you think bad things, then that will be your enemy. You will be ruined. You will be degraded. If you think good things, then that will be your friend. You will be uplifted. Okay, your personality will be uplifted. Your thinking level will be uplifted. Okay, with our next slide. The mindset, the mindsets are: number one, positive thinking; number two, inspiration; number three, cultivating knowledge and values; number four, growing the face of problems; and number last is embrace every moment. For the positive thinking that I have told, which makes you happy in positive way, you take it. If you are in a good surroundings, if you are in a good environment, then your thinking will be such, and think in positive way, that is positive thinking. Inspiration. Okay. It inspires that your mind should be in, always get inspired, do something for the nature. If you get inspired for doing this social service to the nation, then you'll be inspired. So inspire, you will inspire someone, and also you'll be inspired by positive thinking. It is also a mindset. Your mind should be setting. You're always inspiring mind, you must have to prepare that. Next, cultivating knowledge and values. You know that is these some social values are there. You may have some individual values, but do not exercise, do not give emphasis on your personal values. You are in a society, you are in a human environment, you have to see, you have to observe these social values. Okay? Eternal values. That values, universal values. You have to collect this knowledge, you have to read some books, you have to perform some things, you have to perform some value-oriented works, you have to attracted to this value-oriented works, and you have to gather some knowledge. You have to prepare your mind to gather this knowledge and values from the good things. There is a cultivating. Okay, you know, cultivate your mind must be cultivated. Growing in a phase of problems. Okay, so any problems will come, you have to face, and the problems you face and how to solve it, you have to try. That is your mindset. Another mindset is embrace every moment. Every time you have to face, not you will err from this. Embrace any moment either it is a good or a bad. Life is a sequence of so many things, some positive things and negative things. Not that always good things will come in, you can't think that. Okay, failure may come to you also. It is also a part of life. You have to face it a positive, face it a boldly, sportingly. It is a mindset, positive mindset. Okay. Next, okay. Acha. Positive thinking. People with a brighter outlook on life are not only happier, but accomplish more with their lives. Start believing there is more for you in life. Expect good things from other people and find the positive in all the situations. These simple acts will make you happier in the moment, and your future will become infinitely brighter. This thing I told you, always you have to surround good things. You have to always your outlook will be in such a way, and then your mind will be brighter, and you will get your life will be happier. Next slide. Okay, inspiration. Well, that I already explained. People who achieve the most of life realize that the greatest limitations are those they place on themselves. Okay. What are the limitations of our life? Actually, always we think ourselves, we limit ourselves inside ourselves also. We cannot go beyond myself. You'll see, I have not that thing, I have not that, I have lack of that thing. Don't think. You see, compare other. You see, you have not money. There are so many people in this world, they do not have money. So compare those. So you don't concentrate yourself into yourself. You share with others. This applies to your success too. In school, business, fitness, the quality of your relationship and the impact you have on the lives of others. Dreaming big is about raising the expectation you have for your life, because when you do, your future becomes bigger and brighter. Okay, so dreaming, what you dream is always dream big, not small, smaller. Not you dream not for yourself. It is not narrow. Dreaming is not wanted. You dream for whole nations. Dream for your family, for the society, for the entire eternal dreaming. Dream. You want to get some inspiration from that. You must from your mind must have some inward inspiration. Otherwise, you will not be able to do work. Suppose you want to study more. You must have some inspiration. You think that if I read more, then I'll learn something, I'll able to get some service after passing, and I'll be enriched in my mind. Okay, so that inspire will be dragged from yourself. Okay, that is one thing. And next one. Hello. And cultivating knowledge and values. Okay, so something you do more. When you like doing something, you do more of it, and also tend to do it your free time. And that's the leisure time at all. That you, the good thing that you feel that it gives you pleasure, you cultivate it. Okay, not stop. This thing you will cultivate, you will do it several times, then it will be habit to you. Then your mind will be greater. Okay. Then and you are doing things and consuming, your focus is greater, you perform better and improve faster. Doing these things more often and with a greater degree of focus, knowledge you to become great at whatever they are. When you are great at anything, the world notices your value of others increases and more wonderful things flow into your life. Right? When you will think for the others, for the society, for the world, then it will be known to everybody. And they will recognize you, which will give you pleasure. And that is the wonderful things of flow of your life. That will give you the highest pleasure. Next slide. Growing in the face of problems. Okay. Life is learning and the process of continual growth. Recognize this and seek growth from all experiences, good and bad. When you do this, you will constantly get better. You must also proactively develop your strengths and build new skills. By doing so, you will truly become 100% accountable and capable of creating the life of your dreams. Actually, highest pleasure, how will get the pleasure? How will be happy? Happy is that what I want, what is my dream, fulfillment of the dream, give me the highest happiness. So that is why, how will I get it? So what I get pleasure, just you identify it and you exercise it. Then at the same time, every time you have to be added with the new skills. You must require some new skills, and that inspiration will be good. And your strength, it will get strength from your mind, and from that strength, you will build some new skills. And from these skills, you will be 100% accountable. And next slide. Embrace every moment. One measure of your life is how you feel in each moment. To what degree do you experience positive emotions like joy, love, gratitude, empathy, etc.? When you embrace every moment, you squeeze the most out of each experience and live a life of greater happiness. Seek out circumstances that create great joy and fond memories. Remember, even in tough times, like the loss of your friend, you experience love, and while sad, it is still a rich and positive experience to remember your friends. Okay. Suppose it is a tough time in your life when you lost someone, you lost your mother, lost your father, lost your friend. Suppose you lost your friend. Then, if you concentrate, your love and affection will be developed. You concentrate yourself and remember these things, then it will be developed. Okay. So, you have to share yourself with others. That is the main thing. Embrace every moment, not lose any moment. Every moment you share yourself with others. Next slide. How living your values can transfer to happiness at work. Okay. So at work, you have some values. Okay. How values can be transformed to your happiness at work? Everyone, you must be engaged in work. Work gives a pleasure, Suppose you have everything, but you have no work. So you will be most unhappy in this world. So work is a friend. Work gives you the highest pleasure. So must have to be engaged in that. I listen, I told one person, please stay with him. No, you already I have spent 1 hour. So I have lost 1 hour from my life. So I have to do another job. So every moment you allot for the good things. Don't say that, oh, today I'll not read, tomorrow I'll do that one. Don't waste that time. Don't waste for one moment. Okay. Understanding our core values can bring about many behavior only in our personal life, but in our professional life too. They drive our behavior, our actions, and essentially who we are. We'll have to find out who we are. They determine what's important to us and can help steer us towards our true north. Okay. Knowing and understanding our values can also help us to make decisions that are in harmony with our purpose and thus allow us to live our lives more authentically. Okay. So harmony of life, there is a balance, identifying your values and knowing the understanding your values. Then it will help you, that experience will help you take decisions. Actually, we suffer from indecision. Every problem we can solve, but we cannot take decision in proper time. Decision making is a fundamental part of our life. That can be done from our harmony. You will get some experience from your everyday work. Every day you are learning something from your experience, not in classroom, and outside also, in your life, your family, outside the world, among the friends. And that experience will help you to solve any problem in your life. Next thing, if you know what our values are and we are continuously, consciously living them at work, the chances are we are happier and more content. Okay, we are able to bring our best service to work, which in turn drives more positive emotions, including increased energy, passion, and creativity. Okay, so if you practice yourself in a ugly work, that is, there is material work, then it will abolish the power. But if you engage yourself in good work, then it will engage your pleasure. Okay. The next slide is the time is now harness the power of this moment and take purposeful action today. What does it mean? Harness, that means you use the time. Harness this. Use your every moment of your life, which that is called the power of this moment. Every moment has the power. You have to utilize it. Okay. In your life, every moment, something this moment is no, not that. You are talking with, you are attending this class. Every moment is valuable. However, it is not essential, not that. You cannot say which one you will will help you in future. You cannot say. When I just couldn't love doing after doing my MSc and PhD, I started an MA. Okay, someone is telling about it. So no, it will help you. I'm telling a story in this regard. One, I think you have heard the name of Asutosh Mukhopadhyay, who was the famous educationist of the Vice Chancellor of Calcutta University, former past, I think. And his favorite student, Deobrata Bhargava, he got some more marks in mathematics. And his sister, she was also a mathematician. She came to a university seminar. So all the students of mathematics, they are telling that why you learn, but why will practice so many hard mathematics? What's the use of it? Because after this degree, after the degree of BTech, after the degree or master degree, will be proud if I get a service in banking, clerical job. So what's the need of the higher education? Then that madam told, no, that you have learned in the higher mathematics. Suppose your colleague hasn't it passed. Another colleague he is doing the same work, you are doing the same work. You are getting the same money as the hasn't it pass. You have the BTech pass or the master's in mathematics. You are getting, I think, 30,000. And the other colleague, which hasn't it pass, he is getting 30,000. Is there any differences? Then she told that there is a difference. The treatment of your work will be different. that mathematics, that education give you a development of your brain, development of your mindset, which will help you solving problems in every step. Whatever you are doing in your life, it will help you. Suppose your family, not only that, wherever you are in the family, you have to survive your parents, you have to survive your friends, you have to survive your relatives, and so many problems are there. Your day-to-day problems you have to face. But without education, some person will solve some problems, but your solving process will be somewhat different because you have that experience of learning. You have the mathematical concept. You have the technological concept. You have the mechanism. You have learned some skills which will help you to solve the problem, which will not be done by non-technical person, non-educated person. That is the effect of education. That is the value of education. That is why we should learn something. Whatever do, that I told I always speak our students. You don't think what will do after passing. Suppose after passing you are doing a business, okay, but you must require some education. But your process will be somewhat different. Okay, that is why in every step, your every learning, whatever you're learning in any subject, it will be applicable to solve the problem in your personal life. Okay, that is the so every time, every moment you are learning something. We are learning something. After death, we are learning. I'm telling at this age, I have learned every moment. Still, I'm learning because I'm an old generation public. Because every student are so much mature, they have some another skill they have learned. I'm learning from them. So every time, every moment, we are learning. So that is the thing. The time is now harness means kaje lagan. The power of this moment and take purposeful action today. Okay. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. Next slide. So attitude of gratitude. Seek the positives from every experience and be thankful for all you have. Attitude of gratitude. You must build our gratitude. I think the main thing, the psychological attitude. Some positive or negative attitude. Attitude, you have to build up your mind. That is the positive attitude. And attitude, that must be an attitude of gratitude. Very nice word, gratitude. Gratitude, every time in your mind, you must have some gratitude. You stay in the society, every time you are getting help from others. So you are indebted to everybody, every atmosphere, every atmosphere also. Okay, so you must have some gratitude mind. Okay, you have to convey others your gratitude always, and that you should not. Then you will not feel any. I think you will not feel any. What I'm telling, you will not feel any ego in your mind. Okay, that is why I'm telling. Say gratitude is essential in life. If you ego makes a man somewhat blind, So that is why you just seek the positives from your experience and be thankful for all you have. So you should be thankful yourself. না শোনো না শোনা যাচ্ছে এখন আচ্ছা মানে এখানে শুনতে পাচ্ছি এটার দরকার নেই তো আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে so I'm telling that thing the attitude towards gratitude that is the positives from your every experience and be thankful for all you have. I have seen whenever you get more experience, you learn something. Actually, one thing is Vidya Vinang Dorati. Orthat education makes me a people to be there too much gratitude. So education cannot contribute ego to you. Whenever you feel some ego, you have some lacuna. Your learning has not completed. Okay. So this attitude of gratitude should be set up in your mind. So lead a positive mindset. Okay. Always, rather than when you will acquire this concept, attitude of gratitude, then you will see that your mind is set up to see always the positiveness of everything. I'm telling you story. There you will see in your life, every person some persons are there, always they are observing the negative side of anything. Suppose you have gone, five students have gone to see a building. So I asked them, I try to recognize them. Someone I asked one, what you have seen? So everything is good, but the drainage system is bad. Drain is not good. But other than asking, he's not okay, sir. But the way of the road, the entire place is not good. But one boy is telling, no, sir, it is good. I didn't see the drain or etc. I see the overall aesthetic sets. It is good. So that I'm telling, you always set your mind to see the positiveness of anything. Don't see the faults of anything, negative thing of anything. We have some fault-finding attitude. Don't do that. To build your mind in a certain level, higher level, you try to set up your mind to see the positiveness of anything. Whenever suppose you have a friend in your class, okay, since he's doing wrong to you, oh, you see as a positive. Oh, he's not cooperating. Okay, you think that he is not cooperating. That is their fault, his fault. But you think that, oh, he's not cooperating. Okay, I'll be self-sufficient. I'll do that from my own. So there is a positive attitude. So positive attitude, you have to build yourself. Okay. When you have to face some negativeness, but you see that you transform this negative thing to positive. That is the positive mindset, positiveness of your attitude that you have to set in your mind. Okay. Okay, that I told Pritha, just to me.
Thank you, sir.
এটা অফ করে এবার একটু কথা বলে দেন ওকে okay I think I tried to convey this thing to you what we have learned from the happiness, what are the things we have discussed, and the happiness of story also there, where happiness lies. Happiness only in your mind. You will have to explore your happiness from your mind. Some physical happiness is there, physical pleasure is there. You will get. You must have some dream. It will give you pleasure. But you have to control myself what you will get. I have seen one boy got the highest marks. He's not getting pleasure. Okay. But I have seen, I'm telling you a story. One boy, his name which I'm calling it Ram, Dilip Ram. Okay. His mother expired when he was at the age of 2 years. His father was a chainman. Actually, Howrah station, if you go to Howrah, Sealdah station, you will get some coolie, railway coolie. And coolie, sometimes after a few years, railway board has given some coolies to a service that is chainman. Chainman, that you see in the gate, some crossing, they have to give some, to open the get and lock the gate. So his father, his native place is, I'm telling you the true story now. His native place is in
Sir, you are muted.
Okay. Very good. Am I audible? Gotcha. So
Yes, sir,
then,
audible.
okay. Then he comes to me every time just to pass his Madhyamik examination. I actually he has some lacuna. Just I help him. After few days he passed the second examination. Okay. Then he admitted to a school for higher secondary, and he passed also, just passing. Whenever he is a student of higher secondary, he applied for a job in the railway service, and because his father is in the railway, and he's also scheduled tribe. Okay, he got the service. After 10 or 15 years, he was a station master. I've seen. But one thing that I'm telling, when he passed secondary examination, he got just 35, 36%, just passing. What is called P division, first division, second division, and third division, and P division there was at the time. So I have seen so many bright students who has been a JISU-PHARMA, who has been engineer, who has been doctor, so many doctors I have seen. But I have seen that boy, he gets this pleasure. I have seen his face. What's the pleasure of it? Okay, that is his mindset. That was dream. I have to pass only that. Okay. Another, I'll conclude it. Another story. Ram Kumar. When I was a professor in Tribhuvan University in Nepal, okay, there is a system, 2 years BSc, and honor I 2 year ISM, 2 year BSc. So I was a professor in BSc. So I taught them physical science, I'm sorry, physics. Physics. I studied in modern physics. I was teaching that. So one student, his name is Ram Kumar. Okay. His native place in Panchthor, Tibetan border. He has to go 14 days to go to my village, His father is a Bhutan soldier. His father was sending money to, he was a hostel dweller, Ram Kumar. So at that very old place. So 8 a.m. to 12 noon, it is the class period. After that, too much cold. So after that, he and other students are playing, and because we are in the residence, playing TT table tennis. Okay. I am training on class, and in this class, the science students are less. Out of 100 students, only 5 or 6 are boys, all are girls. So I was teaching a light chapter of light, optics. One calculation comes, sin x by x. I think everyone, those who are present here, all you have read in trigonometry in up to class 10. Either you know very well. That's what I'm telling. So one calculation comes, sin x by x. Ram Kumar, and because he is very close to me, he was very close to me, he stood up and told, sir, x will cancel, sir. So sin x is a function of sin, is a function of x. It cannot be done. So I told him, Joe, you are not fit for this class. He didn't speak any word. Inside the class, in presence of 95 girl students, he was too much shocked. After 3 days, after that, 3 days, he is not coming to class. And he's not coming to the auditorium also for playing table tennis. 4th day, I called him by another his friend. Where is Rajkumar? He came to my quarter. Just my teacher's quarters there. He confessed, sir, actually I'm telling, sir, I'm sorry, sir. I have no idea about these trigonometric functions. Will you help me, sir? So I had to start teaching from the trigonometric function from class 9 to BSc. It's a tough job. But he was so serious that I'm telling you, I told him from 8 it will be class, he will come at 7. One day he came at 6:30. He didn't call me because the time was 7. He was standing at this too much cold. He was outside the door. When I opened the door, When you have come, I have to come, sir, 7:30. Why you are not calling me? No, sir, you are taking rest. So after that vigorous practice, so examination is over, and all students have gone to their distances. After 1 month, the result had been out, but Ram Kumar is not there. So result out, he didn't come. After 3 days, the mark sheet suggested he is not come. After 1 month, once he came. What's that? Now, sir, I saw the past, this face. He passed, just passing, he got the passing. Okay? There the passing marks is 40%. He has got just 40%. Okay? But other students, all the students got more marks than him. But I saw the face, smiling face, pleasure face, happiness face. Suppose he has got the highest achievement in his life. I've never seen such pleasure in any other student. So that is his dream. There is the highest achievement to him. And he told me that, sir, when I appeared in examination, I sat for the military academy. So I was selected. So I am now in a training. So my mother told me at the time of expiring, she told me that you will be a bono. What I'm telling the Fauji bono. That means you will be a soldier. There the boys are, their dream is to be a soldier. So I have fulfilled my mother's dream. That is my pleasure, sir. But I have passed, that is my highest achievement. So that I'm telling, I see the unhappiness, even those who have passed, those who have got so many things, he has some wealth, has some everything, has all the even mass, career, everything, but he is not happy. That is your mindset should be such. You control yourself, you limit yourself, your achievement, your wanting. Okay, I have seen, I see sometimes the small boys, they are too much. They have want that. I want that costly mobile. Otherwise, I will not go. They are actually getting displeasure. Okay, set your mind. Okay, set your mind. Even you are a student, you will get something. What will you get? Okay, your classmate got better service in government service. You have not got, but you have got some private job. You get the pleasure. The thing that there's so many students have not got. I have got. That is the pleasure. Then you will be happy. Okay, I have seen so many my classmates have gone above me. But so many classmates have not got like me. So mindset should be such. Then you'll be inspired, you'll get some inspiration, your life will be fulfilled of happiness. Being a student career builder, you think like that. I think you are the first, you started your higher studies at the first phase of your life, but your mindset, you want, your dreams should be high, but don't be disappointed when that you wanted, you didn't want. Don't do that. Which things will give you pleasure, you cannot say. So what you are getting, try to be pleasure with that. Pleased with that. Try to be happy on it. In your life, in your family, in your society, everywhere there. Okay? That is from my side. That is, we shouldn't take it as advice. It is from my experience, I told you. Okay? Thank you too much. Anyone, any question, you could Urmi and Shubham and Prakash. Audible? Am I audible? Okay. Sony, you can ask something, or if you have any question or your feedback, you can speak anyone. Just to unmute and speak. Shubham, hello, Shubham and Shubham Prakash, I think. Shubham, unmute and speak something. Do you want to know something? Anything? Hello. Urmi,
Student,
uh,
please respond.
anyone Nicholas? From the Subham. Subham unmute করছে না বোধহয় না ও কিছু বলতে সুমমকে দেখা যাচ্ছে from Subham তো বলছে কোনো প্রবলেম আছে বোধহয় ও এ করতে পারছে না মানে আনমিউট করতে পারছে না উর্মি
আরেকবার চেষ্টা করতে বলুন স্যার হবে
আরেকবার ট্রাই নেক্সট
না স্যার ডাউট কিছু নাই জাস্ট আমি বললাম কি ভালো লাগলো ক্লাস করে
তুই সব বুঝতে পেরেছ আমি যা বলেছি
হ্যাঁ,
আমার ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ আমার সাউন্ড আমার অ্যাকোস্টিক আমার এক্সপ্লেনেশন সব বুঝতে পেরেছো বাবা
ইয়েস স্যার
তাহলে ওকে ওকে ঠিক আছে এই হবে নিজে ইট উইল হেল্প ইউ টু ইউ উইল ড্রিম লাইক দ্যাট you will
Yes, sir.
build up a career like that, okay? Then it will be, you'll get how will get happiness. That is your, you'll have to build up a career, no doubt, but at the same time, you'll have to achieve some happiness. Okay, thank you. Urmi since chairman. Urmi unmute koro bolo. Tala will conclude it. Soni or Urmi, anyone. Just to unmute.
Any
and
other
speak some.
students who have questions, please free to
Okay.
ask.
So let's just free or speak something. Okay. Next Sunday, you prepare that I told you today that you have you'll have to take some notes. Okay, I think, and I'll send in this PPT also. So on Sunday we'll take some feedback from you. Everyone will have to speak some, at least 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes to speak. Whatever you have achieved, whatever you have learned from today, and you have to speak something on that. Okay. And if there are any on that day, any question or any query or any suggestion, you can speak also. That is the main criteria of this UHB class. Suppose you are speaking, you are not you have not any response or you have not interaction. So why? You must have to set up professional audio setting. Okay. I think I couldn't understand. Anyway, so anyway, Sakhar, এবারে তাহলে আমার ঠিক আছে মাঝি স্যার কি joined or not? মাঝি স্যার he was telling me he was in car. I think he had joined or not. I don't know. Anyway, Pritha, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
হ্যাঁ স্বাক্ষর বোধহয় এখানে অফ হয়ে গেছে স্বাক্ষর ছিল কিছুক্ষণ আগে তো
Yes, sir, আমি
লাইভ আছে
আচ্ছা তাহলে স্বাক্ষর আমাদের হলো এইখানেই তো নাকি মোটামুটি তুমি এখানে তাহলে শেষ করছি
স্বাক্ষর তুমি লাইভ স্ট্রিমটা অফ করে দিতে পারো নাও
হ্যাঁ তাহলে ওকে থ্যাংক ইউ টু অল